So today you'll be needing some weight for yarn. I'll be using these two colors, but you could use whichever colors you'd like. A 6.5 millimeter hook, some scissors, a yarning needle, and a stitch marker. I'm using a bobby pin, but you could use whatever you like. So to get started, we'll be making a magic circle. I make my magic circles like this, but you can make it however you're used to. If you need a more in-depth video of how to make a magic circle, I could totally do that too. Just let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that. So here I'm just adjusting my magic circle, and then I'll be chaining 1. And then I'll be making 8 half double crochets into my magic circle. So there's 1, 2, 3. It gets a little bit stuck right here. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now I'm just going to double check again to make sure I have 8. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So once you have 8, make sure to close your magic circle, pull on the end tight. So now you insert your hook back into the loop, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky, so pay close attention. So here you'll be yarning over and inserting your hook into the very first stitch. Just try your best, it's a little bit hard sometimes. So once your hook is inside the very first stitch, you pull on the magic circle's end again to make sure it's closed. And then you'll be turning over your work, and you'll be tying it 2 times in the back, just to make sure that the magic circle won't open up again. Okay, so once you're done tying it, you turn over your work, and you're basically going to complete the half double crochet you started in that stitch. And that's the very first stitch of your first round. And you'll be making another half double crochet in that same stitch. Okay, this is kind of embarrassing, but here I am struggling to complete the second half double crochet in that same stitch, so just bear with me. Okay, so I finally completed the 2 half double crochets in that same stitch. So now you'll be placing your stitch marker in the first stitch you created for the first round. This just helps you keep track of which round you are to not get confused. So it should look something like this. And now in the next stitch, you'll be making 2 half double crochets. So basically in each stitch all around, you'll be making 2 half double crochets. So at the end of the first round, you should have a total of 16 stitches. So I'll meet you guys back at the end when you're done. Alright, so we're done with the first round, and you should have a total of 16 stitches. So make sure you have 16 stitches, and this is what it should be looking like. And now we'll be starting on the second round. So you'll be making 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, and then place your stitch marker. And in the next stitch, you'll be making 2 half double crochets in that same stitch. Alright, so now we're going to be adding the new color, which is for the spots. I want to note that you don't necessarily have to follow what I'm doing for the spots. You guys can make your spots look however you want them to look. I'm just helping you guys create the hat. So here, to add in the new color, you make a half double crochet in the next stitch, but before finishing the half double crochet, you'll leave it where you have 3 loops on your hook, and then you'll pass the new color through those 3 loops on your hook, and that'll complete the half double crochet. So once you do that, you turn over your work, and to adjust everything, first you pull on the loose end of the pink yarn to adjust it a little bit on the hook. And once you do that, then you'll be tying it 2 times with the white yarn. So here you tie it 1 time, but before you tie it a second time, you want to check if it looks okay in the front. Here I am double checking. And if it looks okay, then you tie it a second time. Again, this just makes sure that everything is secure. Alright, so once you're done tying everything in the back, we'll be starting with our first spot. So in the next stitch, you'll be making 2 half double crochets, and don't forget to carry over your yarn in the back, because if you don't, then it'll look a little bit weird. So here's 2 half double crochets in that same stitch, and in the next stitch it'll be 1 half double crochet. Again, you can make your spots look however you want them to look. I'm just starting them here because I thought it would look cute, but you could place them wherever you want. You can make them however big you want them, so on and so forth. In the next stitch, I'll be switching back to white, so I'll be carrying my pink yarn in the back, and here I'll be making 2 half double crochets in that same stitch. In the next stitch, I'll be making 1 half double crochet. So this is basically what you do for the second round, and at the end of the second round, you should have a total of 24 stitches. So make sure you have 24 stitches at the end of the second round, and I'll meet you guys back here when you're done. Alright, so here I finished the second round, and again you should have a total of 24 stitches. So to start the third round, you'll be placing 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, and then you'll place your stitch marker to know where your round started. And in the second stitch, you'll be placing 1 half double crochet. In the third stitch, you'll be placing 2 half double crochets. So you basically increase in every third stitch all around. In the next stitch, I'll be placing 1 half double crochet. In the next stitch, I'll be switching to pink. Don't forget to carry your yarn in the back. So 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. And then 2 half double crochets in the next stitch. Okay, so I think you guys get it by now. In the next stitch, it's 1 half double crochet. In the next stitch, it's 1 half double crochet. And it should look something like this. And then I'll be switching back to white, and in the next stitch, I'll be making 2 half double crochets in that same stitch. So at the end of this round, you should have a total of 32 stitches. So I'll meet you guys back here when you're done. Alright, so I finished the third round, and again, you should have a total of 32 stitches. So now we'll be starting on the fourth round, and you'll make 1 half double crochet in the first stitch. But then I realized that I wanted to add another spot in this area, so I unraveled the last 2 half double crochets I made for the third round. So here I'll be placing 2 pink half double crochets, and this is the end of the third round. And in the next stitch, I'll be placing 1 half double crochet, and this is the beginning of the fourth round. So place your stitch marker right there. Again, you could make your spots look however you want them to look. I'm just placing them right here because I think they look cute. In the next stitch, I'll be placing 1 half double crochet. In the next stitch, 1 half double crochet, and in the next stitch it's 2 half double crochets. So you basically increase in every fourth stitch all around. So at the end of the fourth round, you should have a total of 40 stitches. So make sure you have 40 stitches at the end of the fourth round, and I'll meet you guys back here when you're done. Alright, so here I am finished with the fourth round. Again, you should have a total of 40 stitches, and this is what it looks like for me, but your spots could look different, and that's okay. Alright, so this is what it looks like from the back, and now we're finished with the increases. So we're just going to focus on the length now. And you'll basically just be making 1 half double crochet in each stitch all around for 5 rounds to create the length. Since your spots might look different from mine, that's okay. Your hat will just look a little bit different, but it's the same pattern at the end of the day. So I'll meet you guys back when you're done so we could start working on the brim. Okay, so here I reached the end of the length, and now we'll be starting on the brim. So it's super easy. You basically just do 1 half double crochet in the first stitch, and don't forget to insert your stitch marker. And in the second stitch, you'll be making 2 half double crochets. So basically it's 1 half double crochet and then increase, 1 half double crochet and then increase. So you'll do this for this round and the second round of the brim. So once you finish this round, you do the same thing for the second round. And in the last round of the brim, it's a little bit different. So I'll meet you guys back here when you're done. Alright, so here I finished the second round of the brim, and now we're going to be starting on the final round of the brim. So this is super easy. You basically just do 1 half double crochet all around in each stitch, and don't forget to place your stitch marker. So yeah, so it's just 1 half double crochet in each stitch all around, and that'll be the last round for your brim. So once you finish that, I'll meet you guys back here. Okay, so once you finish your brim, you'll take out your stitch marker, and in the next stitch, you'll be making 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. And in the next stitch, you'll be making 1 slip stitch. And then you'll be yarning over with the 2 strands of yarn and pulling them through. And here you'll just cut them off to weave in your ends. Alright, so we're finished with our hat, and this is what it should look like. It's okay if we don't have the same spots. This is just an idea of how your hat should look. So now we'll be jumping into how to make the ears and the horns. Okay, so for the ears and the horns, you'll be needing some weight for yarn. I'll be using pink for the ears and this beige color for the horns. And you'll be needing a 4.5mm hook, a yarning needle, a stitch marker, and some scissors. Alright, so we're going to start with the ears. So you'll basically be making a slip knot. This is how I make my slip knots, but you can make your slip knots however you're used to. Alright, so once you have your slip knot ready, you'll be chaining 6. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So once you have your 6 chains, in the second chain from your hook, you'll be making 2 single crochets. So there's 1, and then another single crochet in that same stitch. In the next stitch, you'll be making 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. And in the last stitch, it's 2 single crochets. Okay, so it should look something like this so far, and now we're going to work on the other side. This will have a total of 3 rounds, so once we finish this side, it'll complete 1 round. So you'll be making 1 single crochet into each little loop you see. Like right here, I just get that little loop, and I make 1 single crochet. So you do that for each little loop you see. Alright, so once you're done making 1 single crochet in each little loop you saw, in this little corner, we'll be making 2 single crochets. And in the next stitch, you'll be placing 2 single crochets. So there's 1 single crochet and another single crochet in that same stitch. And in the next stitch, you'll be placing 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. And in the next stitch, you'll be placing 2 single crochets. So 1 and another single crochet in that same stitch. And in the next stitch, 2 single crochets. So there's 1 single crochet and another single crochet in that same stitch. In the next stitch, you'll be placing 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 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 2 single crochets. So 1 and another single crochet into that stitch. In the next stitch, 2 single crochets, so 1 and another single crochet into that same stitch. In the next stitch, it'll be 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. And this is what it looks like so far. It's forming a cute little ear. Okay, we're almost done. But in the next stitch, you'll be making 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, actually, in that same stitch, there was 2 single crochets. My mistake. In the next stitch, it'll be 2 single crochets. In the next stitch, it'll be 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 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 1 single crochet. And in the next stitch, 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. Okay, so I messed up. I did 2 more stitches than I had to, so I unraveled them. I realized that the ear was already the size it's supposed to be. Right, so once you unravel 2, you'll be inserting your hook back into the loop, and you'll be creating a slip stitch in the next stitch. So here is a slip stitch, and then you'll be chaining 1 and pulling the yarn through, and you'll be cutting off a good amount, which you will use to sew it onto your hat, and the end that was left behind the ear, you could just weave it in. Alright, so for the horns, grab the color you want to use, and we'll be making a magic circle. Again, you could make your magic circle however you're used to making it. So here I'm just making it and adjusting it a little bit, and I'll be chaining 1, and then I'll be making 6 single crochets into the magic circle. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So once you have 6 single crochets, you'll close your magic circle, but make sure you have 6 single crochets. So just pull the end, pull it tight, and then you'll insert your hook back into the little loop. And this part is a little bit tricky, so keep a close eye. So what you're going to do is you're going to insert your hook in the first stitch. So insert your hook in the first stitch. Once you have your hook inserted, you yarn over and pull through. But before completing your single crochet in the first stitch, you turn over your work and you'll tie it 2 times to secure it to make sure the magic circle is 100% closed. So tie it 2 times, turn over your work, and then you'll complete the single crochet in the first stitch. And here is where you'll be using your stitch marker to mark the first round of your little horn. So place the stitch marker in the first stitch you made, and then you'll be making another single crochet in that same stitch. So in that same stitch, another single crochet. In the next stitch, 2 single crochets. So basically 2 single crochets in each stitch all around. So at the end of this round, you should have a total of 12 stitches since we started off with 6. Alright, so we're finishing up the first round. Again, you should have a total of 12 stitches. Now we're starting on the second round. So what you're going to do is you're going to make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. And don't forget to place your stitch marker. And in the second stitch, you'll be doing, oh, and you could flip over the little horn to make it easier for you, like what I'm doing. Okay, and then in the second stitch, you'll be making 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2. In the next stitch, 1 single crochet. In the next stitch, 2 single crochets. So basically 1 single crochet increase, 1 single crochet increase. So at the end of this round, you should have a total of 18 stitches. So once you finish this round, make sure to have 18 stitches. Alright, so we're finishing the second round and you should have a total of 18 stitches. So now we're going to start on the last round. And this one is pretty easy. You're just going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch all around. And that'll basically be the end of the horn. So 1 single crochet, put your stitch marker, 1 single crochet in the next stitch. So yeah, you basically just do 1 single crochet in each stitch all around, and you should end with 18 stitches since you did not increase or decrease. So I'll meet you guys back at the end of this round. Okay, so once you're done with your little horn, you're just going to slip stitch in the next stitch. And that'll basically be the end of the horn. You pull through the yarn, pull, you cut it off, and pull it, and you're done with your little horn. Alright, so now we're going to be attaching everything. So I want to note that where you ended the hat, that always goes in the back because it just makes the hat look cuter and cleaner. So where you did not end, that goes in the front. So be sure to watch out for that. So we'll be starting off with the little horns. And what I do is I attach them on the 3rd row. So here is 1, 2, and 3. So on the 3rd row, you start attaching them. So what was left on the inside of the horn, I just use it to stuff it since no one is going to see it anyways. Alright, so once you're done stuffing your little horns, you count down to the 3rd row, and that's where you're going to start attaching your little horn. So just try your best to keep it on the third row, since that's where you want to start attaching it. And you'll just be grabbing your needle, inserting your yarn, and this is where we start attaching it. So make sure it's on the third row and try your best. I know it's a little bit complicated at first, but you basically just attach it all around. Alright, so once your little horn is attached, you're going to flip over your hat, and here you're going to grab your yarn and you're going to insert it into your needle, and you're basically just going to find a random loop to go through, and you're just going to do a knot to keep the horn in place. And then with the end, you just weave it in, and that's basically it, and that'll keep your little horn in place. So you'll be repeating this step for the other horn, and now we're going to jump into the ear portion. Okay, so for the cow ears, you're going to need your needle, so pull your yarn through the needle. And since you want to give it that cute cow ear effect, you're going to fold your ear in half, and you're going to go through random stitches in the corner of your ear 2 times. So I go through it 1 time, and then a second time. So this gives the ear a really cute shape. It gives it like that cow ear form, and then it's ready to attach. There's no exact way to attach this. The goal is to just place it right next to the horn so it could look like they're together. Each person has its own way of attaching things. I attach it one way, other people attach it another way. So you could attach it however you feel comfortable with. But just place it next to the horn. That's the main goal, to make it look super cute. Alright, so this is the baby cow. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please like, comment, subscribe, share. And if you have any recommendations on how to improve my future tutorials, please let me know. Bye guys!